Beyond all the dazzling presentations on camera specifications and battery capacity, one of the most pressing topics at any new phone reveal is how much it will cost. As we approach the highly anticipated iPhone 16 release this fall, that subject is being addressed and speculated about. 4 new Pro phone photos have surfaced, revealing a crucial design element that should help Apple sell its newest handheld. Sonny Dixon, a longtime Apple leaker, has published exclusive photographs of the impending iPhone 16 Pro. The 4 models displayed demonstrate the design aspects carried over from the iPhone 15 Pro family, as well as the all-important cosmetic choices to attract fashionistas. They are not the final retail models, rather, they are late-stage fake samples to be utilized for marketing and retail display. The photos and images you view, especially those in the lifestyle area, are most likely dummy units. After all, there's no need to show off the latest software. It can be incorporated in post-production if needed. The much-anticipated hues are what we can see. Dixon previously reported the iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus colorways, stating, "The iPhone 16 colors include regular white and black, but pink, blue, and green are also added to the mix." The iPhone Pro colors have always been a little more subdued than the solid hues of the vanilla iPhone, and this will continue with the iPhone 16 Pro and 16 Pro Max. Apple is anticipated to offer white, black, and silver variants. It's the 4th model that will capture your eye. The long-rumored bronze model appears to be an official option for customers purchasing one of the new handsets. I expect this hue to be heavily used in the marketing of the forthcoming iPhone Pro models. A close glance at the photos reveals the new capture button. This goes alongside last year's action button. The latter allows for some user control over which programs and actions are performed by the button. The capture button will be intimately linked to the camera, and the implication is that a camera shutter button will return in some form. It appears obvious that it is capacitive and will provide force sensitivity, allowing a half press to gather a focus lock before taking a picture, echoing an age-old technique. The camera lens configuration will be carried over from the iPhone 15 Pro. The layup can record stereoscopic video when held in landscape mode, and the resulting video files may be processed into Apple's spatial video format for viewing on the Apple Vision Pro headset, connecting the new ecosystem to the largest. The most significant change, which is not on display, is the incorporation of generative AI across Apple's operating systems, including iOS. Unfortunately, Apple will not have the backronimized Apple Intelligence ready for the iPhone 16 Pro launch. Apple has announced planned Apple Intelligence features for some of its latest devices, as well as new capabilities for iOS 18 in the autumn. As the company's premium-tier gadgets become more intelligent thanks to AI and presumably better in materials, iPhone aficionados question if those upgrades will come at a higher cost. Despite enhanced functionality, the beginning price of the base iPhone has stayed stable over the last few years. Each baseline model between the iPhone 12 and 15 was priced at $799 when it was released in the United States. Likewise, the Pro devices remained at $999 throughout that time. Last year, Apple raised the price of the high-end iPhone 15 Pro Max to $1,199, which was $100 higher than previous models. Apple discontinued its lowest-end 128 gig storage option, making 256 gigs the new, pricier standard. The 15 Pro Max additionally has a periscope lens that provides 5x zoom, which is not featured on the smaller 15 Pro. As inflation drives up prices for practically everything else, and speculations suggest that new iPhones may have more expensive components, it's unclear whether Apple will be able to resist raising the price of its flagship phones. This is what we've heard. External factors, such as rising production costs, may lead Apple to hike prices for its future portfolio. According to Nikkei Asia, the iPhone 15 Pro Max's estimated production cost was $558, representing a 12% increase over the 14 Pro Max. The cost of components for the other models in the iPhone 15 lineup reportedly increased compared to the previous year. The 15 Pro by 8%, the Plus by 10%, and the Standard by 16%. Rumors of more expensive cameras on the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max raise the possibility that those smartphones may cost more. According to Economic Daily, Apple may utilize higher-end molded glass lenses to make its phones lighter and thinner while increasing optical zoom distance. On the one hand, Apple may feel obligated to pass on increased expenses to its customers. However, as the cost of living rises, many consumers are tightening their pocketbook strings, and Apple may not want to isolate potential phone upgrade candidates. Other reports say that the iPhone 16's price could fall, according to one tipster, since Apple may change the method by which it manufactures its A17 Bionic chipsets to save money. Consumers may benefit from lower production costs, but this is only a supposition. It's feasible that Apple will use its impending Apple Intelligence capabilities to justify a higher price for the iPhone 16 range. If you can do more with your phone, such as using a smarter Siri and accessing AI-powered writing capabilities, the company may claim that you should pay more. Samsung, for example, offered its own suite of AI features called Galaxy AI, while simultaneously raising the price of its high-end Galaxy S24 Ultra by $100, increasing the starting price to $1,300. This might also be attributed to hardware and other software enhancements, but AI was designed to be a key selling feature for the high-end tablet. Google's Pixel 9 series is likewise packed with Gemini AI capabilities, and while the newest Fold model hasn't increased in price, the basic Pixel 9 does, costing $100 more than the Pixel 8. The Pixel 9 Pro starts at $1,000, the same as last year's Pixel 8 Pro, but it's a smaller device. If you want a larger screen, you'll need to buy the Pixel 9 Pro XL, which costs another $100. There are both hardware and software aspects for determining a phone's price, and Apple may argue that developments in both areas, particularly AI, justify a greater cost for buyers. Given rising production costs and more advanced components, we may expect price increases across the upcoming iPhone lineup, although the exact amount is unknown. Apple could potentially use AI developments to justify a price hike, as you would be able to do more with your phone. However, given the fierce competition from other AI and phone manufacturers such as Google and Samsung, it's also reasonable to expect prices to remain stable in order to attract more users, especially in the face of growing costs elsewhere. Meanwhile, we'll keep this updated with any fresh information as it becomes available, leading up to Apple's planned fall launch of the iPhone 16. In terms of battery size, leaked information suggests that the iPhone 16, iPhone 16 Pro, and iPhone 16 Pro Max may have larger batteries. The apparent gain for those models may be accompanied by a 6% fall in the capacity of the iPhone 16 Plus battery. A separate rumor indicates that the iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max's batteries will be increased to 3,577 mAh and 4,747 mAh, respectively. In comparison, the iPhone 15 Pro has 3,274 mAh, and the iPhone 15 Pro Max has 4,422 mAh. Another rumor indicates that the Pro Max's battery may be upgraded to 4,676 mAh. According to another source, Apple's upcoming iPhones could have a battery life of more than 30 hours. That would be rather impressive, given that we only saw all-day battery life claimed for the iPhone 15 series, though we have to question if this would apply to all iPhone 16s or just the larger ones. Following reports about certain iPhone 15 Pro overheating, Apple is reportedly looking into novel ways to distribute heat in the iPhone 16. One conceivable solution involves Apple using a frosted metal casing and a redesigned battery connector, at least for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. A higher battery density could also be on the cards, allowing for more capacity in the same size cell. Apple may use a stainless steel case for its batteries, which would increase density, potentially benefiting the iPhone 16 Pro Max in particular. Apple is apparently looking for methods to make the iPhone 16 battery easier to replace. With a single electric shock, users would be able to remove the battery from the phone's chassis by sealing it in a steel case. In terms of cameras, despite reports to the contrary, we'd expect the iPhone 16 to have essentially the same camera setup as the iPhone 15, with a 48 megapixels main camera joined by 12 megapixels ultra-wide, selfie, and telephoto on Pro variants cameras. While both standard and Pro iPhones could have the same 48 megapixels main resolution, the sensor on the Pro models could be bigger, giving the more costly iPhones a competitive advantage in photography. According to one source, the 48 megapixels main camera could get a size boost, with a new sensor measuring 1/1.14 inches, 0.87 inches, rather than the existing 1/1.28 inches, 0.78 inches. A bigger sensor should result in brighter, more vivid images. A second 48 megapixel sensor might be added to the Pro model's ultra-wide cameras, providing the same benefits, possibly even full 48 megapixels ProRes photos, at the iPhone's widest 0.5x magnification level. A second source confirms the 48 megapixels ultra-wide sensor rumor for the Pro versions. Meanwhile, regular versions could revert to the vertical camera layout seen on the iPhone 12. This may change in order to support spatial video recording for the Vision Pro and other headsets. We've also heard that the iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max would feature an enhanced telephoto camera, with various speculations saying that the iPhone 16 Pro will use a tetraprism telephoto lens with 5x magnification capabilities. Both the telephoto and primary lenses may receive higher quality lenses. That could result in a larger camera module for the iPhone 16 Pro. We expect the iPhone 16 to feature the same 12 megapixels selfie cameras as the iPhone 15. According to one insider, there will be no significant changes until the iPhone 17, when the front-facing cameras will reportedly begin to use 24 megapixel sensors. While the fundamentals may not alter significantly, it is feasible that Samsung, rather than Sony, would supply Apple with camera sensors for future iPhones. Even if the resolutions remain constant, we may see improvements as a result of Samsung's cutting-edge technology. New cameras with a longer zoom, at least on the Pro models, a larger frame, an enhanced display, and the normal annual power and performance improvements would all be a step up from what the iPhone 15 brought. Yet those devices dominate the top tier of our best iPhone rankings. Does this mean you should wait until the fall to get an iPhone? If you need an iPhone right now, get one. However, it is apparent that the iPhone 16 release will bring about considerable changes, both in hardware and software. So that's all we know for now. We'll be sure to keep you updated as soon as we have more information. Thanks for watching.